Hey everyone, thanks so much for being here on this Wednesday afternoon. Sorry for my sniffles. I am getting over a cold, maybe virus, not COVID, that I caught at a wedding in Europe. So getting over that, and I'm sure you will bear with me as I talk a little snuffly with my tissues here. So I'm super, super excited about today's call because I am joined by my two incredible colleagues, Justin Walls and Elle McKenzie, who are both in our marketing team here at Bookshop. Justin is technically my assistant, but very much my equal here at Bookshop. And Elle does what I do, but for the non-bookstore affiliates. So both are assets to the team, fantastic people, and we're so excited to talk to you about what Bookshop has in store for 2021. What year is it? Holiday season. So without further ado, we've got a good group of people in now. I'm still going to let some people in. Please stick around, y'all, for the end of the call because I will be giving away a $50 gift card to bookshop.org, which you can cookie to your store and give all that affiliate revenue back to your storefront. So please stick around. I will be drawing names out of a hat, and one of you will be the lucky winner. And yeah, now I'm going to share my screen and we are going to jump into the presentation for what we're doing this holiday season. Okay. Woo. Hope you like my little design. I just basically added some holly to these very cute little bookshop people. So we're going to help you get through 2021 and going to keep admitting people as we keep going. So without further ado, I'm going to first hand it off to my amazing colleague, Elle, who will be telling you about our promo calendar throughout November and December. So Elle, ready to take us away?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you, Sarah. And thank you all for joining us. I'm excited to walk through the promo calendar with you all. So to echo what Sarah was saying, this year's 2021 holiday campaign name is called Bookshop.org Seasons Readings, Good Books from Real People, because like you find real people, we are not algorithms, we are not Amazon, we are real people who want to give real books to real, genuine people that we care about. So for November, we're keeping it pretty light to start off. As you can see here, we have 3 holiday gift guides to kick us off on the 4th, the 11th, and the 18th. The 4th and the 11th will have promos within those gift guides, which I'll talk about in a second. And the 18th, there's no promo in that. I also want to highlight that on the 8th, we are announcing to our customers will be the deadline for Hanukkah gifts if you want to receive your standard shipping for Hanukkah in time. And then the 19th, if you order from expedited shipping to receive it in Hanukkah by time then. And then continuing on, we are going to do a free shipping site-wide on the Black Friday weekend. Oh, sorry, go fast, Sarah. Thank you, sir. On the 25th here, we're going to start free shipping. Andy's going to do a gratitude letter on that Thursday, just thanking customers for shopping with your indie stores and shopping on Bookshop as well. And as our gratitude to them, we're going to offer the free shipping site-wide. And I'll run the entire weekend, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. And then we'll turn it off at the end of the day on Cyber Monday right there. Nothing going on the 30th, but then to kick off December, we're going to do light and fun things, starting with the Bookseller video, which Sarah will talk about later in this call, and then back to the gift guides every Thursday throughout December. And then I'm going to work on doing like fun holiday quotes, like a Charlie Brown one, or Muppets Christmas Carol, stuff that, that will be fun that we'll promote on social media. And we'll also do quizzes, trivia, holiday themed games as well every Saturday throughout December as well. Like I said, these won't be promos, they'll just be fun, engaging things that we can get the folks excited about the holiday season moving forward. And each week it'll be the same thing. So going back to the following Wednesday, another Bookseller video, another gift guide the Thursday, holiday quote again the Friday, trivia Saturday. We're going to do an in-house Ask Your Former Bookseller, like Sarah and Justin are. That will also be on social, where we invite customers to ask us book recommendations that they want to give to their family and friends, and then kicking back off the start of the week with bookseller videos. And you can go to the next slide, Sarah. Cool, so the holiday promos that I mentioned, like I said, we'll do a promo in our Thursday holiday email marketing. So November 4th, we're gonna have a cooking gift guide, and the promo will be $10 gift card for any order over $50. For the following Thursday, which will be November 11th, we're gonna do children's and YA gift guide. We're gonna test the same promo, $10 gift card on all orders over 50. For the Andy letter that I mentioned, which will be on November 25th, we will introduce the free shipping site-wide, which will run that entire weekend. For December 2nd holiday gift guide, we're going to do biography and history, and we're going to do a 15% discount off any book that is within that gift guide list. For December 9th, we're going to do a bestsellers gift guide. And we're going to TBD on what promo we'll use, but we'll either do buy any book from the bestsellers list, receive 20% off that book, or we'll do 20% off any book on the bestsellers list. We'll TBD on that, and Sarah will keep you informed of which one we do as we get closer. Also TBD on the December 13th gift guide, which genre we'll use for that gift guide, but we know for sure we'll do a 50% discount off any book from that list.
Awesome. And I did put this in the chat, but Elle has been incredibly thorough with this, November, December schedule and our promos. So I have made a handy dandy list of all of these dates that I'm going to put in the chat right now, and I will share in my next week newsletter so that every bookseller on Bookshop knows when our promos are coming, when we're doing free shipping, when we're doing 15% off certain lists, stuff like that. So amazing, great. Please go ahead and just, open that guide list I put in the chat, and you can download it, you can save it to your computer. And again, I'll email it next week as well. So going forward, these are our shipping deadlines that we highly, strongly, firmly suggest and encourage your customers on Bookshop to follow. These are also in that Google Doc I just shared with you in the chat, but basically for Hanukkah gifts, that last day for standard shipping is November 8th, pretty soon coming up. Hanukkah is early this year, so please take note and note this for your customers. We're also suggesting November 19th as the last day for expedited Hanukkah gifts. And then because Christmas and Kwanzaa are on the same day, December 6th is when we're really highly strongly suggesting standard shipping to be last day. And we will broadcast this on the site so that your customers will see. I believe we will do that, right, Elle? We'll have like a banner that'll say, this is when you need to order your standard shipping gifts by. This is when you need to have your expedited shipping gifts by. So your customers will be informed if they're shopping on Bookshop that these are strongly encouraged dates to follow for our probably stormy shipping season like last year. So again, these are all in the doc I put in the chat, but feel free to tell everyone about these, which I will also remind you of later. Excitingly, just wanted to share in terms of the marketing team, what you can expect from Bookshop assets, what our emails are going to look like in terms of customer-facing emails, not the ones I send you, but the ones that go to bookshop.org customers, your customers. So our theme this year is going to be cozy home. It's going to be reds, yellows, oranges, fire, cozy, warm feelings of home. I think it's going to be amazing. Moving on to the next slide, you can see these are our color palettes and some little snippets to what our graphics will be similar to. So I'll talk about that later on in the slideshow, but basically anything that we're doing, you can screenshot and feel free to recycle it. feel free to use it as your own. Link your customers to your bookshop page and use whatever we're doing to benefit your store this holiday and anytime you want to do that. Awesome. So I will keep y'all posted as to any bookseller social assets that I get, and I will put those in my weekly emails as well. So some new things you can count on from us, really exciting, y'all, because the first two things are super huge, amazing asks that y'all have been waiting on for a long time. And I have another amazing bookshop colleague here, Cosme Del Rosario Bell, and he is going to be talking to y'all about these first 2 points, which are single page checkout, which is rolling out very soon, and wishlist improvements, aka registry mode. So these are two huge rollouts that the dev team has been working on so hard. So I'm going to let Cosme, who is one of our product managers, talk a little bit more with his expertise about what you can expect from these two things. So Cosme, I can pin you to.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. You can keep the slide up. I think people can, hear me. My messy office is not important to what's going on here. Yeah. So as oh boy, haven't talked all day. As Sarah rightfully mentioned, these are kind of some pretty big things that have been coming down the pipe for a long time. Single page checkout is just going to be a completely revamped checkout experience for all bookshop customers, coming very, very soon. We are hoping to get it onto the Spain site sooner rather than later, just because they've got a smaller customer base and we can kind of keep an eye on any early bugs. But we are hoping for a soft rollout of single page checkout in the next couple of weeks. Soft rollout just means we're going to try to give it, make it available only to a segment of customers, just in case things aren't 100% perfect. We can, tweak those things as we come across any issues. Really, the most important thing for single page checkout for y'all and for the wider population is just it's going to be one. I mean, as the title indicates, it's a single page for all the steps of checkout. So the main goal here being to really push conversions and the conversion funnel to really efficient levels. Already our conversion rates are pretty good, but every step of checkout, every new page that you have to load, especially on a mobile device, just gives the customer an opportunity to kind of be like, I don't want to do this. So we're just really hoping for that streamlined experience to see conversions really take a nice little jump. Kind of the more behind the scenes stuff on single page checkout is that this is built in a completely new infrastructure than from our normal site. I don't know how much Sarah's let on, but the software that runs the majority of our site, we are really trying to move away from that, and this is kind of the first step towards a completely fully bookshop built app. So single page checkout will be kind of the first step in that direction, which is really exciting for the nerdy tech heads over here. It's a long road ahead there, but I think once we get to an app that's mostly built in-house, kind of the newer things that y'all have been clamoring for a long time should come a lot faster, but we're still quite a ways away from that. So that's single page checkout. It's going to, I won't lie and say it's going to be like the big shiny new car that you would hope for, but it's just going to make this part of the most important part of any e-commerce site just feel and behave a lot better. So we're very excited for that. Sarah, am I supposed to take questions? I don't know. I'm fairly new here, so
that is fabulous. I love that you also told everyone about how we're trying to move the app in-house. I think that's great for everyone here to know. Really exciting. We can take questions at the end, Cosme, if you're going to be here the whole time.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Great.
Cool. Okay. So I'll just keep it breezy and move along. So the next kind of big thing from us is registry wish lists. So I'm sure y'all heard about the 1619 Project Book Drive. Sarah, I'm sure, has reached out to y'all for signups. I think signups are now closed. But the major kind of technical backing of this are wish lists that act as registry. So basically the way wish lists act on the rest of the internet, we are very, very, very close to having that available for all bookshop customers. For just to be really, really clear and specific, this means that any user can create a wish list, make that wish list public, and have people able to purchase things off of their wish list and have them either sent to them or to, in the future. Well, at least for 1619, we're thinking of these things being sent to partner organizations, whether you're doing a book drive or a book fair type thing. The core functionality, which hasn't existed, to be able to purchase things on behalf of other people via a wish list, is now going to be available. So this really specific thing about this is that it will allow people to both purchase books for themselves and for other people within the same cart. You won't have to kind of do two separate checkouts. So if you come to Bookshop because somebody's like, hey, like, here's a wish list of all of the books I would like to receive for the holidays, like, you send it to your family and friends, they can buy those books off that wish list, and they can also buy books for themselves, and it will be one kind of seamless checkout process, and it shouldn't be any more complicated than that. The other great thing, which I'm sure y'all are also aware of, is that our wish lists work with affiliation. So users who have wish lists can affiliate those wish lists to their favorite bookstores, to their favorite affiliates, and then anything purchased off those wish lists will be credit or will be commissioned to the assigned bookstore or affiliate. So this is not any different for registry wish lists. It'll just kind of be hopefully another tool in the tool belt for marketing yourselves to your customers. What else? Another piece of this is going to be, so that's the registry piece is kind of one discrete piece. There's going to be another piece, which is more of like a book drive feature and functionality. This is mainly going to be where book wish lists can act very much like regular lists, and have kind of an explanation of what's going on, why this list was compiled, especially for kind of specific events, specific efforts that people are trying to use. So more on that soon. That piece is still very much in the idea stages, but it's going to kind of happen very quickly. And yeah, that we're really excited for that. Hopefully y'all will find interesting and creative ways to get your customers using this and buying books on their behalf and on your behalf. So that is that. And then for the customer service stuff, I can't really speak to this, but our customer service team is incredible. I would know because I ran them for a while and I left them in the brilliant and capable hands of Nathan Stormer. Yes. They've really been killing it. And I hope, at least I hope that feelings have been, y'all have been feeling those good feelings of our customer service team being really great. At least that's what they've been telling us. So I hope they're above board. Anyway, that's all for me. I'll stop talking. I'll be around for questions later.
Thank you, Cosme. That was so great. That was I love that you on the dev PM team have come to talk to booksellers about these two really exciting things that, again, I can talk about, but it's really helpful when someone who's working on it more hands-on is talking about it with our booksellers. So thank you so much. Just to echo what Cosme has said, and yes, he used to lead the customer service team. Our customer service team is phenomenal. Please do not hesitate to point your customers who are shopping through you on Bookshop to our info@bookshop.org email address if there are any order issues this holiday season. So again, kind of as I insinuate in this, these two little points here. First step, if your customer is having an issue with a Bookshop order, point them to info@bookshop.org. Very responsive email that our entire customer service team uses. And if there is a larger issue and it needs to be expedited, there's our customer service manager's email there too. But he will be very busy this holiday season. So if your customers can first go to info, that's definitely preferred. But yes, Nathan is available if needed as well. So just make sure to write down info@bookshop.org for your customers if they need it, and feel free to pass that to them whenever. So now that we talked about what Bookshop is doing this year, bigger and better with wish lists, with customer service, with what else did we talk about last time? Single page checkout, which is amazing. It's going to make checkout faster, quicker. Your customers are going to be able to get their books quicker than before in terms of site interaction. Let's talk about how we're going to spotlight your booksellers this year, our booksellers, all of you. It's going to be more interactive. It's going to be much more than it was last year. Last year, as we all know, was sort of the year that Bookshop hit the ground running, expedited growth. The first holiday season was sort of like, let's hunker down and get through this. This year, because of Elle McKenzie's amazing leadership with our holiday promo plan, we are going to be spotlighting booksellers much more robustly than we did last year. So as you can see in this slide, there are three main components to how we're going to spotlight you, in addition to whatever we do on social in terms of retweeting, featuring your stories, all that good stuff. So the ways that we're going to mainly feature Bookshop booksellers is in spotlight videos. So in our store spotlight videos, this is actually a call to you all here on this call. We are looking for 9 booksellers on Bookshop to send us a 3-minute video of your store decked out in holiday gear. You can walk around the store, you can talk to the camera, you can say, here's my favorite 2021 Christmas, book that I'm really excited to give to my dad. You can make it super personal, or you can just walk around your store and show it off with all of the amazing holiday gear that I'm sure you're going to be having. The reason I'm just now saying it now is because I'm sure you might have some Halloween stuff up yet. I don't know if you have decorations up, but as soon as you do, please email me after this call, actually sooner than you put your decorations up, and let me know if you're interested in this. Again, we need 9 booksellers to do a store spotlight video, and those will be posted on Wednesdays, Elle, is that right?
Sorry, what did you say?
The spotlight videos for booksellers, I think those are posted on every.
Those are actually, yes, every Wednesday starting December 1st.
Perfect. Great. So again, we're looking for 9 booksellers. Email sarah.hi@bookshop if you want to be one of those 9. We'll see what we can do if we get more than 9 submissions, but really looking for 9 booksellers to show off their stores and talk to the camera. Tell us about what decorations you love, what books you're excited about. That's the first part, first feature. Second one is a super exciting YouTube live takeover. So you'll be on bookshop.org's YouTube channel, and you will be working with, or rather dovetailing, the Bookshop UK booksellers. So the YouTube live is basically a way for a 1-hour session to be held for Bookshop UK and Bookshop US booksellers, and we'll have 10-minute increments where Bookshop UK booksellers will go first, and then ours, you all will go second. And we're basically just going to be taking customer hand selling questions. So you'll get things like, I'm looking for my nephew loves fairies and woodland creatures. What are some things, he's 5, what are some things that you can recommend? Some hand selling on YouTube. I think it's going to be really fun. We're looking for how many? 3, only 3 stores to do this one. So again, 3 US bookstores to do a YouTube live. Email me after this call. You're lucky because you are getting first access to this. And if I get all of the booksellers I need after this video, after this call, I won't have to ask next week in the email. So the YouTube live is going to be just a great opportunity, again, to dovetail Bookshop UK's 1-hour hand selling session. And you can also really plug, and this also goes for the store spotlight, you can really plug your store. You can say, hey, I'm Jane. I have a store here in Brooklyn. Here's our Instagram handle. here's our Facebook website, here's our Twitter handle. You can really spotlight your store and show off what you're doing, because that's what we want to do. And hand selling, I think, would be really fun to do after the UK, because I feel like we'll have a really good mix of UK and then US. So the YouTube live takeover, just to get back on track, is the Sunday before Black Friday. So I believe it's November 19th. No, the 21st. I have it in that handy dandy list I put in the chat. So it's the 21st, 10 minutes. Need 3 booksellers. If you're interested, email me after this or during this call. And we'd love to feature you. We'll also be featuring some really incredible authors that Elle is working to get. And they will also be providing recommendations as well. So those are the 2 big things that include YouTube, social media. The third is what Elle was talking about earlier, which is the Bookseller Made holiday gift guides, which Justin and I have been working on outreach already. So just as a kind of rule of thumb, we want to be able to feature as many bookstores as possible. So if you haven't been featured yet, please reach out to us. We would love to feature you if you have not been featured. That is completely the goal of these features, is to make sure that as many bookstores as possible get featured. So that first, or rather the thing we've been working on, the Bookseller Made holiday gift guides, is what Justin and I have been working on. We've kind of been reaching out to stores who haven't been reached out to yet. They've made some amazing holiday gift guides for us, and those are going to be in the form of bookshop lists. And as Elle talked about earlier, and as you can see in the list that I gave you of important dates, that's the gift guides that these amazing booksellers have made are going to be. So cooking, YA, what are some of the other ones? Children's and YA, mystery and thrillers, biography, bestsellers, which I don't think, will that be a Bookseller Made one? And then some to be determined ones. So those are already kind of under wraps and ready to go. But these first 2 things, again, if you want to make a bookstore video for us, spotlighting your store and your decorations, email me. And if you want to be a part of the YouTube takeover, let me know as well. So again, these are just things in addition to what we already do in the holiday season, which is repost, retweet, all that good stuff. We'll still be doing that too, but we really want to ramp up the way that we're spotlighting you. So again, if you don't get to be on the YouTube live or in a store spotlight video and you have not been featured by us, please reach out. We'd love to feature you. And let's move on to the next slide. So this portion is really where me, and then maybe after, of course, Justin will be talking about how you can really lean on Bookshop this holiday season. Of course, this is totally up to you. It's completely up to you how you want to do your e-commerce, whether you're doing Bookshop as your sole form of e-commerce or in addition to Indie Light, Book Manager, all that good stuff. Any direct home to orders that you do not want to deal with this holiday season, point them to Bookshop. Just give them your link, bookshop.org/shop/the lit bar, because I see you right there, Noel. Whatever your store's name is, give them your URL and point them to direct to home orders. We would love to take some of the holiday direct to home order stress off of your plates. So please feel free to rely on us. We have been talking with Ingram about supplies, and we've been really gearing up with them as much as possible. We do have some things on reserve, just like your stores do and all the other indie stores do. But please, all that being said, we feel really prepared and ready as much as possible, as much as we all are. And we'd love to help you with online orders and direct to home orders. So give them your Bookshop link, share your Bookshop lists, and point some direct to home orders to us whenever you need. In terms of linking and broadcasting your Bookshop page this holiday season, this is something I talk about a lot if you come to these calls, but make sure you're just posting your Bookshop page once a week, once a month. Again, even if you don't want all your direct to home orders to go to us, you can just say, hey, we're doing, in-store pickup, we're doing direct home shipping. If you want access to all 5 million titles in Ingram's catalog and want to shop through Bookshop or our Bookshop page, there, you can just put your Bookshop link there. Or in terms of social media content, screenshot a list, put the link in bio, and you can link your booksellers or your customers rather to your Bookshop lists there too, to really meet your customers where they are. A lot of them are going to be online, remnant of COVID, which is probably not going away. So make sure that you're always pointing them to your sites and your Bookshop site. Post to your Bookshop page on Facebook, post it on Instagram, emails, all that good stuff. If you need help with that, let me know and we will help you. The reason why we really want to help with direct to home orders is to really help y'all focus on your in-store experience this holiday season, which we're anticipating is going to be pretty bonkers. So again, if you're ever just like, I've already reached the crux of online orders I can take, just start pointing your customers to Bookshop and we can start helping you so that you can really focus on your in-store customer experience and your in-store atmosphere for the holidays. We are also, as a reminder and as always, working with Ingram so that you don't have to do all the interaction and the nitty gritty, order, all of that. We take care of customer service, order issues, all that good stuff because of our direct relationship with Ingram. So just some reminders, but some good things to keep in mind for the holidays. So now, because I've just been blabbing, I'm going to let my amazing colleague, Justin, take over. Justin, as most of y'all know, is a former Powell's powerful, exactly, bookseller in Portland. And he's going to talk to you a little bit about how you can further lean on Bookshop, and then we'll talk about our experience as former booksellers and how we recommend getting through the holidays. So Justin, take it away.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for having me and hearing me out, humoring me. I know you're all seasoned pros, so I hope these tips will be informative. If not, just pretend like they are. So I wanted to start talking about, although I hate to have it rear its ugly head, supply chain issues. As we all know, backlist can be the supply chain neutralizer. And because for some reason, it always feels more authoritative if you cite a tweet. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I wanted to highlight what Joel Pinckney of University of Texas Press said, which is, I get the urgent calls to order your holiday books now, but I wish I was hearing more of one. Be prepared to be more creative with your book giving. I think you all know about that. And two, know that your booksellers will have hundreds of books they'd love to sell you. So the supply chain is real and it's hitting everyone very hard, but there's also, I think, a false sense of scarcity where people think maybe the shelves are going to be bare, and I think you all know they most certainly will not. You can walk into a bookstore and you can find books this holiday season, and booksellers are willing to recommend them. So you do on Bookshop what you do in your store, you rely on that backlist, you play the hits. So you already know how to rely on those. In store, do the same on Bookshop. Get those perennial sellers out in front. And you can go to the next slide. So the way you can do that on Bookshop is make a list, make all your, the same things you would stock in store of those bestsellers from bygone years that still manage to sell every year. The big advantage with Bookshop is that our Bookshop lists are alive. They're living, breathing, they evolve. And so even when those get hit with those inevitable back order issues, or supply chain issues, you can always refresh them. I feel like when I'm talking to booksellers sometimes and I'm getting lists from them, they'll say to me like, oh, well, don't highlight the list yet. It's not quite done. I have to put a few more books on there. I want to edit it a little bit. And I always tell them, you can edit it at anytime. You can switch stuff out. If something goes on back order, kick it out, put something else in. So even if you have, for instance, everything from Her Body and Other Parties to the Book of X up there, if they all get hit with back order issues, let's say they're all out of stock, you can reach into Ingram's big bag of titles and keep that same list up that you want to highlight. Here I have one called Have a Goth and Gloomy Christmas. Everyone always says October is the new December, so why don't we just make them 1 month then? You're welcome to steal that if you want to. So yeah, if your top picks are being bit by the backorder bug, don't throw out your whole list on Bookshop. Patch those holes, reach into the second tier, reach a little deeper into maybe less popular titles. And even I would say, I mean, I don't mind telling you on Bookshop, you can play a little bit of dirty pool in the way that I maybe wouldn't have when I was a bookseller. I know sometimes I really wanted to build a display as a bookseller, and I would get halfway through the process and realize there's really 3 books that fit this theme, and I'm kind of padding it out with a lot of other stuff. I would say go for that. Or, you know, it's like if you want to make a list that's for fans of Sally Rooney, and then it's just a bunch of books by millennials, it's not a problem. I mean, Bookshop lists should be quick, kinetic, intuitive. They can always be edited later, and they require no straining of your overstocks or no waiting for orders or anything like that. So let's say these all went out of stock, for example. You can go to the next slide. And boom, you can just replenish it with anything else there. I kind of think that these lists are the ultimate book selling pivot because, as I said, you can dig even deeper into backlist selections. You can do it in an instant. You just punch in that ISBN and it's in a list for you. And you can do it all without the hassle of waiting on orders, receiving damaged shipments, or straining your overstock. Of course, Bookshop can never guarantee that packages won't go missing, that they won't be lost or delayed or blown to smithereens in transit. But as we highlighted earlier, we can guarantee that we have the customer service team to address those issues so that you can stay in your bookstores, on the floor, in your community, dealing with more of the face-to-face interaction that you all do so well. Lastly, and I think this is a big point, is streamline these lists to socials. So every new list and every list refresh can and should inspire a social media post if you're into social media and you're using that, if you're using Twitter, if you're using Instagram. Let people know we just put up a new list. If you refresh the list, let people know, hey, our Goth and Gloomy Christmas list just got some new titles in it. Check it out. That can really help you out when you're trying to think of content. You're trying to think of like what to post on social media, how to engage people. This is one of the few ways that you can post and generate revenue. Cookie users to your store, have them be your customer going forward. And like I said, unlike in store, it's like I don't think you have to overthink it. I mean, I remember book selling. I when I was doing that in store, I thought that the term Lynchian was really like going to be a hot seller. I thought if you put Lynchian on anything, people will really respond to it. That proved not to be true. I was wrong about that, like I was wrong about a lot of things. But that's the sort of thing that it's like, no harm, no foul. It's like you can really like kind of market test stuff on Bookshop with your lists and just sort of give stuff a whirl, make it weird, try stuff out. It doesn't always have to make sense. But the main thing is, especially if you're streamlining it to your social media, it's just you want to get attention, you want to get people browsing, you want people cooking to your store, and then those are your customers going forward. Those cookies now for bookstores are essentially infinite, as I'm sure you know at this point. So yeah, those would be my tips for the holidays. Sarah, is there anything you want to add to any of those points?
Just that you mean David Lynch as in Lynchian, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
Using Love
Yeah,
it.
it was probably around Twin Peaks: The Return that I thought, like, well, anything that says Lynchian on it. And yeah, I'm not proud of it. Sometimes, of pandering here and there in book selling. And to people's credit, it didn't totally work. Yeah, Sarah Rose Etter's The Book of X sold because it's a great book, not because I called it Lynchian. I'm pretty sure, but yeah.
I think we can bring that back. I think we can see what we can do.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely
Great.
I would say feel free to get more creative with your bookshop lists, grab attention, have fun with it, because it's kind of like it's all free fire out there. It's the actual muscle you have to put into creating the bookshop list, I know, as opposed to creating a physical display in a store, and the way that you can signal that out to whether you have 500 followers, 5,000 followers, whatever, the way you can grab that attention with these lists is totally different. So I would say really mix it up for the holiday season. Mixing it up for the holidays. Yeah, that's my overarching tip.
Love it. I'm getting like DJ jockey vibes. Love it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, do some mashups.
I love mashups personally.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Wow. Justin, so good. Love the highlights on living, breathing bookshop lists. Things are going on back order. I'm already getting emails that, hey, I'm seeing all these books on back order. What's up? That's going to happen. And as Justin says, you can hide it, you can take it off, and you can fill it in with something else. Amazing. So these are just some kind of self-evident ones, but also maybe some good tips that you could use reminding of. That Justin, please feel free to hop into if you want to expand on any of this too. But these are
Yeah, I
just
was right. October is the new December.
exactly right.
I've heard
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
So first point, as Justin, said brilliantly, because of the ABA's amazing October is a new December initiative, customers, hopefully in the indie community at least, are trying, or rather becoming a little more acquainted with the idea that October is the new December. And yes, we are almost out of October, but point is, get that message out of you need to order soon rather than later. My dad doesn't shop online very much, but today I was on the phone with him and I was like, Dad, if you're going to buy things online, you got to buy them now from Bookshop. But point is, again, order now, order sooner. I think people are hopefully getting clued in on that, but again, doesn't hurt to say that message over and over. The ABA has amazing assets on that on their site. If you need help accessing those, let me know, but bookweb.org, they have October is the new December, and they will have November is the new December, and then they'll have Shop Now in December. So make sure you use those assets to help spread the message. Customers by now. As Justin said earlier, when a backlist sells out, hand sell, or rather when a bestseller sells out, hand sell the backlist. That happened to me when I was a bookseller all the time. They'd come in, I think it was like, I don't remember even what was best selling back then, but I would, we'd be out of it. It was 2 days before Christmas, and I would point them to a Daphne du Maurier that I loved. Oh, you like, spooky time period pieces and strong woman lead. Here's a copy of Daphne du Maurier's Rebecca. I just hand them that.
Probably still no copies of Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat at this point.
Actually, that was the title that was gone by like December 15. Yes. So again, when bestsellers sell out, sell the backlist. This is super obvious, but I just reminded, I was talking to my partner who works at McNally Jackson, and something that you can feel as a customer and as just a human is when booksellers are really jazzed about something, your customers and people can feel it. So again, if something's out of stock, they're looking for something, hand them something that you are really jazzed about, that you want to sell them, that you think would be better. People believe you, you are really good at your jobs. Booksellers are superheroes, and your customers will be ultimately excited that you're excited about something. Shipping deadlines, already went over that, but make sure that you print it out, put it on your door, put it on the counter, put in your emails. Shipping deadlines are going to be big this year. Our suggested shipping deadlines are December 6th for media again, but I'm seeing stuff from people like Bookseller Magic who are like, you need to order your stuff by December 1st. So if you want to push that earlier, feel free, but make sure that your customers know the shipping deadlines are real and need to be followed. That was something else I talked about earlier. If you need customer service team, info at Bookshop. And then these last two things are just mental health reminders. Please stay hydrated. Please make sure you're eating enough. Have some granola bars. When you're not at the bookstore, don't be at the bookstore. So turn off your email. Don't be on your store socials. Take a break from work. The holidays are a marathon when you're in retail. I know, I remember, but please make sure you're taking care of yourselves mentally and physically. It's really hard to stay off social when you're not working, I know, but it's really good to take a break from the phone, especially when holidays are here. So these are just some mental health things that I like to remind myself of. Speaking of social media, here are our holiday tips on that front. Our hashtag that we are working with Bookshop UK to broadcast this year is hashtag bookshops, not algorithms. So if you want to use that at any point, please feel free. Definitely hammers home the point of we are real people, you are real people, and we don't use algorithms on Bookshop or on anything in the book selling industry that's not Amazon. So Bookshops, not algorithms, are amazing hashtag this year. Feel free to use it throughout the holiday season. As I headlined earlier, if you need some content, post a Bookshop list, take a screenshot, link it to your Bookshop list, and there's some content for the day or the week. I will send out social assets if we get those, or when we get those rather, especially free shipping promos. But also, again, feel free to screenshot what we're already doing on Bookshop that's customer facing and just recycle it for your own in terms of promos and free shipping. And then link to your lists or your Bookshop pages. And then just something warm and fuzzy that Elle said earlier is that our promo campaign theme this year is bookshop.org season readings, Bookshop, good books from real people. I promise I'll know how to say that eventually. So that's our lovely little slogan if you ever want to use that. And that's what we're going for. So we've got 12 minutes left. I think we've covered a lot. Really excited about what we have talked about today. And now I would love to hear from you. I'd love to answer questions. We've still got Cosme here. We've got Elle and Justin. We've got you all who are a wealth of knowledge between all of you. So would love to hear what you're doing differently this year, how you're getting prepped, what you can suggest for newer booksellers, if there's some newer booksellers on the call. And then please enjoy the holiday season. So let's open it up for questions and talking. I have not even been looking at the chat. Have we gotten any questions thus far?
I have a quick question.
Yeah, go for it, Noel.
Elle mentioned that there would be a 15% discount at some point on that marketing calendar. Is that in addition to the 10% to make it 25, or is that a 15% discount?
So that's a good question. Any of the gift guide promos that are going to be 15% off or 10% off things, those are, I believe, only on those lists that are Bookshop affiliate lists. Is that correct, Ellen Cosme?
Yeah, that's correct. The one on December 9th, which is the bestsellers one, that we will potentially do the 20% off your customer's entire order. But for, yes, the 50% off will be just that list. Correct.
And so just to be clear, that list will be affiliated with just Bookshop. So let's say a customer is cooking to the Lit Bar. I think what Noelle is asking is, will that be 50, off of their Lit Bar order, or will it be only the Bookshop list?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I think Cosme can help answer that one too. maybe.
I'm not aware of the promos, so that's my bad. But just in general, any discounts on bookshop orders don't affect the percentages that y'all make on commissions. This is just kind of across the board. All discounts, so all percentages that y'all get are based on retail, on full MSRP. So anytime somebody gets a discount in their cart, your commission isn't going down because of that discount. That's just a kind of a general thing that everybody should know. Commissions are always based off MSRP. So this is even when the whole site is like, has a general global discount of 10%, y'all are still getting, 30% off of the original price, not the 10% discounted price. This specific promo effort, I'm not fully on top of. So that's me. I can probably bone up and give y'all better answers there. So Noelle, if you have I will try to find the answer to your specific question and get back to you via email.
Okay.
Well, this is Kimberly. Are you asking for the price that's currently on our site? It's a 15% on top of that?
Correct.
Yes, it is.
Okay, but I learned something new today. I thought I knew Bookshop inside and out. So generally, when customers see that 10% off, we still get commission on the full retail price.
Yes.
I've been factoring in that 10% into my. That's awesome. That's all.
I'm glad that this is a happy surprise and not like oh man, they should really make that clear. But
Yes, I've been factoring in like 10% off, that flat, that flat 10% off, like into like what Bookshop costs me versus, versus what my cost would be if I was to fulfill it myself. So it was worth it to me before, and now that I realize we're getting the 30% and that 10% is not affecting that, that makes it even better.
Yay.
Glad to be the bearer of good news.
Yay. Okay, cool. Yeah, everyone can unmute themselves and go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not in a position to take myself off video, so I'm sorry, or put myself on video. I have a quick question, just because this is something I don't know Bookshop inside and out as well, that's for sure. So something came, like, and you mentioned, Sarah, that like just like indie bookstores have like a vault for Ingram, that Bookshop does too. So this literally just came up today, where I had an author signing and none of the books have arrived in Ingram, but she says that just starting today, she can see it on Bookshop that you can order it. So I guess I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, let's say a customer is asking me for a book, and is it realistic to say that if I can't get it actually from the Ingram warehouse, it's still possible they could get it from my Bookshop link because you have a different stock? Is that actually, is that something that I can do? Is that true? Or I don't know. Because I can see it on Bookshop. Like, I can see that you can order this book on Bookshop and you couldn't before. And it counts. It says there's 0 copies for me.
It might be, Eileen, because we have access to all of Ingram's warehouses across the US. But Cosme, I saw you unmuted yourself too. Do you want to talk about that too?
Yeah, just as a general rule, like, make sure you check Bookshop and the stock available on Bookshop before you say that we can get it for you. Just a general tip. I've done that myself and made some people unhappy. But in terms of the stock, Bookshop generally has the exact same stock that y'all have available. Sarah is correct. We do have access to some of the alternative warehouses that Ingram does for some of our books. Another thing that we're doing for the holidays, just to make sure that our stock is as best as it can be, is we have a reserve program with Ingram, where we are the booksellers, kind of the bookseller brain trust at Bookshop have been sending Ingram kind of their assumptions of really big sellers, and they're putting some stock aside. So that also might be potentially why you see some books that are not available just yet. But what this sounds like is that this is a brand new book that you were hoping to have available for you that is available on
No,
Bookshop?
no, this is no, this is like a book that says that has been saying for months that there's 80 copies on the way to Ingram, and they're not there. So I had to order it directly from the publisher. And the date of publication is already passed and it's still
I
not
see.
there. But I'm assuming that, as Sarah said, that you have access to. So what I can see is that there's 4 copies in Indiana. So I'm assuming that's why now it says, you know what I mean? Like, oh, now you can get it from the bookshop link, but I still can't order it unless I do a direct to home order
Yeah.
because I'm in Oregon
Right, that
and
makes
it's
sense.
not my primary warehouse. Okay.
Yeah, so we shop from all of the warehouses, not just Oregon and Tennessee. So
It's not unreasonable though to potentially so if there's some best-selling book that's out of stock, I might be able to look on my bookshop link and it might be available, correct?
yeah, I mean, there's a distinct possibility that it will be.
Okay. Okay. That's just good for me to just know what my options are.
Yep.
Thank
And
you.
if you're ever unsure, shoot customer service team an email and they'll be able to tell you definitively if we've got access to it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Eileen. Really good question. Anyone else want to unmute and go for it?
Hi, my name is Christina. This is actually my first bookshop call that I've been able to make, so I'm pretty proud. Quick question about, and I did put this in the chat, are there any updates at this point about customers being able to build custom wish lists that are cookied to our stores? I did see something, and maybe it was in an email in August that was saying that there were some workings on it, but I was curious to know if there have been any other updates and if those updates were gone over during this call. I'm sorry if it's repetitious, but I joined extremely late, so.
Yeah, Sarah, I can answer that question. Yeah, so currently customers can set up wish lists that are cookied to your store. That's a feature that's available right now. It's probably not as well publicized as it should be, but that's mainly because the wish lists are sort of just lists that customers can create for themselves at the moment. I mean, they can share those wish lists as well, but the wish list.
So they are able to share those wish lists, to other folks, and folks can use that to buy. But the question, the kind of twofold, when they send that link, does it cookie to our store still if they're building it from our store, or is it based off of where they're cookied to or their zip code and all that stuff?
No, so if a wish list is associated with the store, when somebody hits that wish list page, they get recookied to whatever the store is that's
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, I think that was the piece that I think you were still kind of troubleshooting at the time, that I thought I saw something in an email, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, in the bigged wish list news that's coming very soon is that soon we'll have registry wish lists. So people will be able to set up their wish list as registries, so that you can buy books for other people and have it mixed and have it be able to check that. Sorry, I'm struggling with words today, but be able to combine that in your cart with books that you're buying for yourself.
Great.
So that's coming in the next hopefully month or so.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much. That was my question. I was curious about that because I definitely have folks that would love to do that wish list stuff.
Yeah, and I am, if there isn't a how-to article on how to do that in our just general support portal, that's something that we can get somebody to make.
Yeah, I'll check and see if there is, but if there isn't, that would probably be a good tool to have.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Anyone else have questions, tips? I'm ripping paper because I'm writing all your names down and putting them in a hat for the giveaway, which will be happening very soon as I can do this. Cosme, before you hopped on, we were wondering if there's some sort of magic online way for me to put everyone's name in and do like a virtual drop.
I'm sure there is,
Yeah.
but I would be scrambling on Google to let you know.
Yeah.
what that is.
I'm doing an old-fashioned
so
way.
you should do your manual thing, and I can kill time. I think there were some questions in the chat that didn't get answered, so maybe let me
That would be great. Yeah.
scroll.
Oh, someone's
through.
hand is raised as well.
Oh, whoever's hand is raised, please go, and I will find the questions in the chat.
Hi there.
Hey.
Hi, this is Will. Hey, I had a question. been trying to find out how to better link the lists, the bookshop lists or bookshop books with social media. And I imagine people, I mean, you can do that on a Facebook and you can have a link in there, but say on Instagram to use the checkout now, has anyone been able to actually get people to purchase a bookshop book from their list on Instagram? And do you have information on that in your help or FAQs or okay?
So if you're talking about Instagram shopping, we
Yeah.
don't currently have that set up. We are hoping to have that set up, hopefully 2022. You know, can't put a hard deadline on that, but that's something Andy and the team really want to get set up eventually. But right now, the thing I would say in terms of linking bookshop lists and getting your customers to those lists is screenshot, sharing it to your story, posting it, and then saying link in bio, which is what a lot of people do, and then put your book list in bio.
Okay.
But we will
great.
have Instagram shopping in the future, I hope, and we will keep you
That would
posted.
be awesome. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, just another quick note on Instagram shopping. It's just an integration that we need to schedule, prioritize with the product and development team. So it's just kind of one of many things that just needs to kind of be taken care of. Somebody in the chat says Linktree is very helpful. So if you're not familiar with Linktree is great, a great way of kind of having links in your bio that people can access. But yes, of course, having people be able to buy things immediately where they are is the ideal flow. So like Sarah said, that's a priority for early next year. Let me see, there's some other questions in here. Will there be an update on 1619 donation promo at some point? Yes, we are very much in the kind of the building stages of that. So we are working on building the landing page, getting everybody who's signed up, ready to be on that page. And I think the growth and marketing team are working on a lot of materials that should be going out very soon in terms of announcements and such. So plenty on that very, very soon. I don't know if anybody else wants to comment any more on that, but that's all coming down the pipe. Great.
Yep. I will keep you posted on 1619 in my weekly emails. And again, with the launch of 1619 means that registry mode wish lists will be live, and we will have extensive guides on how to use that, how to tell your customers about it, all that good stuff. Any last questions before I pull a name out of the hat for a $50 gift card? Okay, well, if you ever have questions, you know who to email. Gonna see who the lucky winner is. Kat Leach, I think is how to pronounce your last name. You won. Woo! Kat, put your yay.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely. You got a $50 bookshop gift card. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for the gift card. Exciting.
Absolutely. I think I have your email, but just in case I don't, do you mind just sending me it here in, you can send it to me personally on the Zoom chat. Actually, let me just see if I have a cat.
Sarah, it's in the main chat.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much. Yay. Okay. Oh, and you're from Memphis. Novel. Yay. Okay. Amazing. Well, I think this has been a really great call. Thanks for dealing with my exciting enthusiasm. I really do love the holidays. I know they're going to be crazy. They're going to be stressful, but we're here and I think they're going to be really great. So if there are no other questions, I'm gonna let y'all get back to your busy lives. And thank you so much for joining us, y'all. See you next month on our next call.